Hello, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm meteorologist Sean Stiles with a look at the weather. And boy, that June gloom is in full force across Southern California. We did see some clearing in the inland microclimates giving way to hazy sunshine and some partial clearing all the way out to the coastal strip. But as you look westward from San Miguel Mountain, look at the marine layer already starting to roll back in. The onshore flow relatively strong. It's all associated with an area of low pressure that's starting to make its way down the coastline. It's cut off from the main flow, and so it doesn't have a lot of energy, but enough to create a stronger onshore flow. As we look at those current temperatures, you can see where the sun was out earlier, and it's still rather pleasant in places like Alpine and Ramona, where it's 73 in Alpine, 76 in Ramona, it's 73 in Poway. Once you get out towards the coastal strip, you're mid-60s with the exception of Oceanside. That thermometer is at the airport, and this one in Encinitas is a little bit inland, so it's 68 degrees. You see why. Out in the Borrego Springs area, 102, and super nice in the mountains, mid-70s from Palomar Mountain, Julian, and into the Mount Laguna area. So pretty darn nice. Here's that marine layer. Boy, man, this thing is just hanging tough along the coastline. We did see partial to mostly clear skies in the North County and southern parts of Orange County. So basically from Del Mar north up into Oceanside, a super nice beach day. As you look at your forecast tomorrow, again, very similar to today as far as temperatures are concerned. And then we cool down just a little bit on Tuesday as that area of low pressure, which I'll show you in just a minute, will start to affect our coastline, starts to come a little bit closer. And then we start to move into a very slow warming trend as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You really see that in the inland microclimates where we jump right up to 80 degrees by Wednesday. So some warmer weather heading our way. A live look from Mount Soledad towards Pacific Beach, Mission Beach, South Mission. Here's Point Loma here, and if you're unfamiliar with these islands, these are the Coronados off the Baja California coastline. Obviously, South Island, this is connected very slightly right there, and then that's the North Island. Some great fishing out there if you're ever lucky enough to be able to go out there. Some really nice fishing around those islands. 65 degrees right now, and south-southwest of the winds at 8. As we look at the surf, definitely pumping out there today out of the southwest, 2 to 4 feet at most of the beaches. Occasional bigger sets at those southwesterly breaks. Water temperature 65. Tide low in the morning at 7:11, a negative 0.4, pushing to the high 223. Not a big high though, a 3.4. So it should stay good all day long tomorrow. Again, looking at the temperatures over the desert southwest, Phoenix 105, Las Vegas 101, Palm Springs 100. You come out to the coastal strip from San Francisco all the way down into San Diego, mid-60s, unless you're in places like Los Angeles. That temperature is at the Civic Center, so that's inland. And then San Luis Obispo, that is inland as well. So that's why those temperatures are a little bit warmer and much clearer skies. As we look across the nation, we've got some very warm air across the desert southwest. It bulges up into the panhandle of Texas into Oklahoma. St. Louis at 81, but Chicago 76, the Northeast 69 for the folks in Boston, 77 in New York City, 79 in Philly, the nation's capital, at 80 degrees, 91 in Atlanta, and 87 in Miami. But boy, is it sticky there. As we look across the nation, we've got a plume of moisture running through Tennessee and into the Carolinas here. And then as you look over the Northeast, some garden variety showers, nothing really happening. A weak trough, though, as it comes through the northern Great Lakes. Out in the central part of the nation, West Texas seeing some thunderstorms pop up, but things relatively calm over the central plains states. And as we come out west, we've got the thunderstorms that pop up in the afternoon. And you notice this little spin right here? That is that very, very weak area of low pressure, and it's going to materialize along the Southern California coastline. That will affect our onshore flow. Notice, though, how it appears to ridge a little bit here. This is broken off from the general flow that is moving across the Pacific Northwest. This area of low pressure kind of dances around and eventually kind of gets kicked out of our region as high pressure starts to work its way in the Eastern Pacific. And notice the flow pretty much out of the northwest. This is going to help scour out the marine layer, and we'll start to see a warming trend as we head into, say, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and much clearer skies. By the time we get to the weekend, next weekend, of course, a week from now, we'll start to see high pressure build in. But prior to that, we'll start to see some windy conditions here in Southern California. The winds will be picking up overnight and into tomorrow, and the winds will be not dangerously strong, but a pretty strong onshore flow because of that area of low pressure. And then again, that wraps around to Tuesday. We see the same thing happen again. Winds calm down overnight and then pick up again in the afternoon. So 69, 67, and then the warming trend starts. So by the time we get to, say, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we move into the mid-70s coastal, mid-80s in many of the inland microclimates. And for you folks in the mountains, you're pretty much going to stay status quo until we get that warming trend on Saturday and Sunday. And the deserts, 104, 105, 106, and then we ramp it up to 109 and 107. That's a look at your weather.